In 2003, Theranos emerged from Silicon Valley with an audacious promise to revolutionize healthcare with a device that could run hundreds of diagnostic tests on just a few drops of blood. Founded by Elizabeth Holmes, the company captured the public's imagination by pledging a future where a simple finger prick replaced painful, expensive venous draws. Early on, investors and media outlets were dazzled by the vision of faster, cheaper, and more accessible medical testing. Theranos' growth was meteoric. By 2014, the startup was valued at nearly $9 billion, having raised over $700 million in capital. With a board comprising former secretaries of state, military generals, and high-profile business leaders, Theranos not only secured elite endorsements, but also built an aura of invincibility. The company claimed that its proprietary Edison machine would soon replace traditional laboratory equipment, slashing costs and turnaround times dramatically. At its peak, Theranos boasted hundreds of employees and partnerships with major pharmacy chains, promising a healthcare revolution. Yet behind the glossy pitch lay a technology that was far from ready. As financial investments poured in, the company's actual testing capabilities remained shrouded in secrecy. Internal reports and whispered concerns from former employees hinted at a more familiar, flawed process. Many of the tests were being conducted on conventional machines rather than Theranos' promised breakthrough device. This discrepancy wasn't just a technical hiccup, it was a massive misrepresentation that would eventually unravel the company's soaring valuation. By 2015, skepticism began to mount. Journalists, led by investigative reporter John Carreyrou, started piecing together evidence that Theranos' technology could not reliably perform the wide array of tests it claimed. Financial numbers, once gleaming with promise, began to tell a darker story. As regulatory scrutiny intensified, investors discovered that the company's reported revenue and potential for profit were built on shaky foundations. Ultimately, the overvaluation proved unsustainable. Within a few short years, Theranos' valuation plummeted by more than 90%, leaving investors with losses totaling hundreds of millions of dollars. The unraveling was dramatic. By 2016, key partnerships dissolved, and clinical sites began to question the reliability of the tests. Internal audits and regulatory investigations exposed a culture of secrecy and pressure, where dissent was silenced and data was manipulated. Despite a facade of innovation, it became clear that the Edison device was incapable of delivering accurate results, a fatal flaw for a company whose core promise was built on precision and reliability. Financially, Theranos' downfall was staggering. The once vaunted startup, which had once enjoyed a multi-billion-dollar valuation, was forced to scale back operations dramatically. By 2018, the company was facing numerous lawsuits, regulatory fines, and criminal investigations. Elizabeth Holmes and former COO Sunny Balwani were indicted on multiple counts of fraud. What was initially celebrated as a breakthrough in healthcare had transformed into a cautionary tale of hubris and deception, a vivid reminder that in the race to innovate, the truth cannot be obscured forever. Theranos' journey from a visionary startup to a notorious failure underscores several crucial lessons for entrepreneurs and investors alike. First, relentless innovation must be coupled with rigorous scientific validation. Theranos' promise was so dazzling that it clouded basic due diligence, leading investors to overlook red flags. Second, transparency is paramount. In an industry as critical as healthcare, the integrity of data and testing methods is non-negotiable. Lastly, even in the high-stakes world of disruptive technology, sustainable growth is built on reality, not on hype and unchecked ambition. Today, Theranos stands as a stark reminder of how the allure of innovation can sometimes mask deeper operational and ethical failures. Its story has reshaped the conversation around startup valuations, investor oversight, and the importance of regulatory compliance in the tech world. What do you think went wrong at Theranos? Can any lessons be salvaged from its rapid rise and catastrophic fall? Share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for more deep dives into the thrilling, sometimes tragic stories behind failed ventures that once promised the